Wait, there's no volume controls on this SoundCloud plugin. So we gotta do other music. Hang on. I'll get that all sorted up. Let's do some... What should we do? I know. Where is... What the hell is that game? Night in the Woods? How did I forget the name Night in the Woods? I've played the soundtrack like 17 quadrillion times. Also, as another technological woe, because I always have technological woes, computers just hate me. For some reason, VLC, if by default it starts up as a window that's this big, and then like I have to like manually resize it every single time to actually like be usable like this, because I just don't know. I don't know why it's so big by default. Like, look at how small it can be. Like, this is enough to have all the text visible, but for some reason it always defaults to being this size, even when you like drag it. But okay. Welcome back. So today, on the video game, we got stuff to do, as you might imagine, in preparation for the Steam Next Fest. So I did a lot of stuff yesterday that was all UI stuff and it was very boring. But I did get new UI prompts, new button prompts. And it does make me wish that I had more color in the UI, because I really like how colorful the Xbox prompts are specifically. And also, I realized, for some reason, I have a Switch-like GameCube controller, and by default, when you plug it into the computer, it works like a, like, they swap A and B, which is confusing because A and B are already swapped relative to an Xbox controller. So it's like, Godot says Nintendo's B button is the same as the Xbox A button, but for some reason, no, that's not the case. With this controller, A and B are the exact same as the Xbox A and B, in terms of like the actual controller input. It's very weird. But okay. So yeah, now we have new prompts. So if I go to options here, I also did some like adjustments to the UI, like maybe these buttons aren't so wide anymore. And then we have like, we can switch to like different kinds of prompts. So we could do like the generic keypad prompts, or, you know, gamepad. These are what I've been using. Xbox, they're nice and colorful. PlayStation, oh okay, they do have color. And then Nintendo. And this is some hybrid between GameCube and like Switch controller, because it also has the like plus and minus buttons if we go to here and do like that. Let's resume then. Oh wait, I forgot. I didn't want to have the Nintendo controllers. What have I done now? Ooh, I fucked something up. What did I do? I pressed this and then pressed B? Ooh, okay. So that is, if we go to my confirm dialog, I bet you this doesn't set this. UI pressed, UI cancel. Okay. How do we do that then? Because what's happening is this needs to get the prompt before the options menu. Oh, and that's actually going to be... That's going to cause even worse issues, because if we press B there... Okay. That's going to extra fuck things up. So what we need to have is in the UI... Let's go to options. Let's just have a function here that's going to be like var... Oh. var waiting for input. Return controls dialog dot visible. So basically here, if turn false, we won't handle input there. Actually, we do need to return true here. I think. No, we don't. We're going to need that up in here with the input. If starting up or dot waiting for input. There we are. Okay. So now we should be able to... Oh, wait. I probably have to restart this. Because, yeah, we weren't able to press the B button to set input. And I should also make sure that this works with the, like, pause button proper. Okay, options, controls. So if we set input, press B. Okay, and this is the Nintendo A, though for some reason it actually is the Nintendo B on this specific controller that I have, even though Godot says that it's supposed to be A on a, you know, Nintendo controller. But okay. But yeah, I like having those. Wait, why is it not? Hang on. That was very strange. I guess generic keyboard or generic gamepad didn't work the way that it was supposed to. But okay, our scroll bars kind of look like crap, but that's fine. Oh yeah, now there's also sort of an awkward thing where that little hand there is visible for like 1/10 of a second longer, and that was because here, these characters, when you have these dialogue, this hand was flickering, like, disappearing. And I'm kind of mixed on having the hand there, but I do kind of like it. But that was just a consequence of the fact that that's technically a button that you can click. Yeah, so I like those prompts. But okay, let's do some actual stuff now. So we fixed, like, one tiny bug. Whatever that was. Fix, let's say, control rebinding input. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now, the actual thing that I want to do. So, chore sounds, some music. I think, yeah, let's go to the apartment. What would be good for this place? What do I want for this house? We could have some shoes here. We could have food on here, like little bottles or something. And then more stuff in here. See, I think I want, like, a little shelf. I want, like, hair products. Because, like, what is a bathroom without a bunch of hair products in the shower? Yeah, let's get those. I'm just going to make, like, 1 bottle. 2 bottles, I think. I'm going to make a squeeze bottle. Or, yeah, squeeze bottle and then one of those pump bottles. And these can be... Actually, how big should this be? Probably, I'm visualizing in my head about 1/4 of a meter. Okay, auto smooth. Okay. This will be bottle, let's say like soap squeeze. Oh yeah, decor products. They changed how these work. Oh wait, no they didn't. I clicked a button or something, maybe. Okay. So this is going to be, what did I call it? Soap squeeze? And also, I'm not going to go back and forth between Blender and this anymore, because I was stupid. It was an ill-conceived idea. I'm just going to have, like, I don't know. Bathroom. Clutter. Because, yeah, I'm gonna seriously rethink how I do, like, scene editing. Because, yeah, as I've said before, one of the biggest mistakes was trying to make these scenes in Blender entirely. Oh, wait, no. I want this to be a rigid body. Thank you, Godot. And then we do just a... I think actually we need just a box shape here, because otherwise... Oh, wait, no. That's not at all right. Yeah, because as I've complained about, Jolt physics is, what the fuck? I'm trying to press the button to... Oh, I see. Numlock wasn't on. I hate Numlock. Why did they design it this way? Who was like, you know it would be great if by default the numpad didn't type numbers? Especially on keyboards, where there's all of the numbers that are on, or where all of the keys that the numpad represents are also just on the keyboard. But okay, what am I looking for? Environment decor, products. There. Okay, so we'll test the size of this first. And then we'll have some sort of customization for, like, the size of these things. But okay. So I'm thinking, like... Yeah, let's have the models here. Bathroom. Squeeze bottle. Pump. Bottle. And I guess I can just scale up and down a pump bottle. Why aren't these in the thing that I put them in? Alright, let's also correctly do all of our things here. So these need to be in layer 6, that. I think this is correct. No, I think they also need to be in mask 1. Oh, no, they need to be in 1, 6, and 8. They collide with the environment, they collide with each other, and they collide with the player. But yeah, for At the Ends of Eras, I'm going to think about how I want to actually edit the world, especially now that I have the terrain editor in Godot. Because one of the big things that I really want is the ability to, like, position objects and, like, adjust models, like, for walls and stuff. You know, that was the reason that I had the whole thing about, like, you know, editing all the scenes in Blender. Because it's very annoying to have to, like, constantly go back and forth from, like, editing walls in Blender versus, editing, like, positioning objects in Godot. But okay, let's double check the size of these. They look fine. They do kind of, they did just kind of bore through the environment, but we can ignore that for now. Actually, how did that happen? Because the shower door is what has the collision here. So it is a like convex like rectangle. It's not a little plane. Yeah, because the glass doesn't have any collision at all. Well, okay, I'll ignore that then. Toilet paper. We need our soundscape. Okay, so let's have like 3 different textures here. So we're gonna have like shampoo, conditioner, body wash. Would I have body wash? Actually, would I want 3 of these in here? Because I think what I'd want for this is this could be the body wash. You know, body wash, hand soap, and then we could have like, I don't know, a joke one in here somewhere. I'm thinking like those No More Tears, the funny fish shampoo. Yeah, the kids shampoo. It'll just say fish sauce on it. Okay, so let's get cracking, I guess. Well, actually, let's model the other thing first. But I will get our UVs here. Okay. I think double check that this is, okay, top. Okay. All of these seem exactly how I'd want them to be. Is there anything else that I would want here? Like, could I reposition these so that they're a little bit, you know, better? I think the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move these so that they're also kind of seamless, since they're like right next to each other. So yeah, now we could just draw a line from one end to the other and it would be perfectly seamless. Okay. Oh wait, no. That's what I need. What do I want for the soap? What am I looking for? Oh, okay, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think shorter. And then, what do we want to have? How do we do this in a way that's, like, not dumb? That good enough for a soap bottle? No, 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 no. What you would do is it needs to do something like this, because, like, the whole point of the squeeze bottle, or the pump bottle. Soap pump bottle. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Which one is closer to accurate? I think this is closer. And I want it to be... There we go. That seems fine. Soap. Bottle. No. Soap. Pump. That'll be okay. Oh wait, and this still has to be rigid body. It's very strange that it, like, remembers what you chose last time with that given search result. I don't like it. But okay, shapes. But it doesn't remember every single time that I want to do collision shape. But okay, cube shape. And I think because these aren't photographed, I don't need to make the collisions too accurate. My main goal is to, I guess just get the collisions performant and working well for physics interactions. Oh wait, no. There we go. Basically good. Nope. I guess we copy this again. I feel like here it'd be better to do it like this. And here I want this to be a little bit higher. I'll do like half. That'll be approximately good. Okay. Go back to our bathroom clutter. Because we're going to have one of these here. Huh, without lights, they actually work pretty well. Okay. Let's do, like, 0.8 here. Yeah, that feels about right. Actually, that's fine. And also, somebody pointed out that there's no reason for there to be two toilet paper holders in here. Because that's only for, like, bathrooms. Or, like, you know, public bathrooms. But okay. So I'm also going to change that while I'm here, since I might as well. This is uniformly transformed, right? Scale changes on rigid body 3D will be overridden by the physics engine. Change the size in children collision shapes instead. I love Godot's physics. Why can't they just make it work? It's a matrix. If you're rotating it, presumably you can scale it. I simply don't get it. Okay, that seems like it'll be an adequate amount of clutter. Maybe we can also have some soap here. Yeah, you know what? I'll do the same squeeze bottle, and it'll just be dish soap. So pump bottle, body wash, hand soap, ketchup, dish, soap. Okay. And then we'll just have another one right up there as well. Do I want to put this... I'll just put it with the clutter. Let's just... I can't be bothered. And then I am still thinking, like, toys would be good. Because we have the plushie there, and we have this big guy here. But we could do more clothing. Or no, yeah, more clothing and toys. And yeah, something like shoes here would be good. Also, I should have made a tile texture here. Why isn't this tile? I guess it's fine. Alright, let's see. Oh, what did I do? Oh, you can press Control and middle click to zoom, which has done some utterly bizarre thing to my screen, I think. Oh, it changes the field of view. Okay. I think. Well. Why does it, like... It keeps defaulting to the wrong options. I've never had that happen before. Ah, well. Oh, for that one it... Okay, well, whatever. Okay, anything else that I want to do? I don't mind having that be like that. Though, actually, I will have these have cuts in them. Because otherwise the UVs will go completely insane. There we are. Wait, yeah. Wait, no. I'm gonna do this there. So now we have this doing exactly what I want it to do, except for that part where it's not doing what I want it to do because I didn't put a seam there. There we are. Do I want to do anything better with this? No, I think this is fine. This is like the limit that we have, unless I decided to like split it apart further, which I'm not going to do because I can't be bothered. Because yeah, I only have like a few days. But okay, that should be all we need from these two. And now if we wait 45 minutes for Krita to open. Because yeah, as I said, I'm going to be gone on a 3-week road trip on, like, Wednesday. And the actual Next Fest starts on Monday. So I want the demo looking good. I want it reliable. I'm going to spend all of, like, Saturday and Sunday testing the game quite thoroughly. There's like a helicopter flying directly above my house. Okay, what was I doing? Right, I need to get the UVs. And then we can open this bad boy up. And as I said last time, what I'm going to do is save these as Krita files and then just move them manually into there because can't be bothered. And this will just be faster than what I was doing before, where I would like have to navigate the whole file path directory for each file. So, let's start getting stuff in here. What happened there? So, let's call this, like, hand soap. We'll have our label here. All right. Label and details. Let's just say details. No. Broad. And what I mean by that is like broad colors. So like this is I'm like going to my brain palace. And I'm remembering I have some brand of soap that's like this coloring. You know, an off-white label with green on the edges. And then it would have probably a similar shade of dark green for the plastic bits. I like that I designed it this way, where these plastic bits are all, like, literally right next to these. Nah, whatever, I can test it. Okay. And I think these are all exported to the same location. Products. So yeah, let's call this Soap Pump 1. Soap. There we are. Yeah, that feels about like a pump soap. I think I would make it also... make this a light green instead of this weird color that I chose here. Oh wait, I should have made this a JPEG. Why did I do PNG? Everything's JPEG if it's larger than like 32 by 32. Okay, there we are. And now... is it back? Hello? There we go. See, that's a soap bottle. And actually, let's double check to make sure that there's no, like, weirdness at these edges. No, it looks fine. Okay. Say, Mr. Actually, which side is... Need to go back to Blender. Okay, the second one is the front one. So I think we'd actually want to use this one here. So this will be Clean Guys hand soap. Let's just say that. And then we're going to have, like, the labels, like, wherever else we'd have them. We'd have, like, some sort of label here. And then let's have a picture of an apple or something. And then let's make this a bit more of a paragraph here. And then I also want to have a label. All right. Do a dark green here. There we are. All right. S for soap pump 1. Why is this smoothly blended? Wait, what the hell's happening here? Oh, I see. When I dragged on the shader, and then I dragged the texture on top of the shader, it just overwrote the thing. Okay, so now we can do soap pump. I was wondering, like, why does it look so bad? There we go. I just thought it was the JPEG artifacting or something. Okay. Beautiful. And then we can have just Clean Guys on the other side as well. Thank you, Godot. Or thank you, like, God, or whoever decided that this stupid fucking keyboard would not work anymore. Well, to be more specific, that the entire, let's just put this here. So this is detail. Okay. Perfect. In fact, do I even need more right now? We could kind of just have these, like, here. Also, I'm realizing these are quite a bit bigger than our bottles. I did want the bottles to be a bit taller. Did I want them to be a bit taller? Maybe just a bit bigger? I don't know what I want with that. I mean, I want this one to be smaller, but it was not meant to be. Okay, yeah, let's just make a new thing. So I'll say we got our hand soap, and we'll say the rest of these are good ships, honestly. And let's double check what the squeeze bottle would look like. Well, this one's going to be very easy, actually. Oh, wait, actually. No, I'll do that at the end. Basically, we need both of these to be in project environment, decor, products. There. We can actually close both of these because we'll just open them up again. Okay. So here we at least need shampoo and conditioner. And then whatever else I thought was going to be funny. Oh yeah, fish sauce. I'm thinking a mostly white bottle with the blue on it, or like a... Let's do like this. There we are. So now it should loop perfectly. And I think one of these is the top and the other's the bottom. Okay. This one's the top. And so we can also have this do like that. And for this, I will remember my lesson. Yeah, it looks okay. I think we could do something with the, this portion right here, or something like that. We can have it, like, do this. Oh, I see. I need to have... There we go. Is that good enough? Yeah, that feels okay. Okay. So what's our brand of shampoo? I kind of want it to have like a mop. I want it to be like Mop Heads shampoo. I think that'd be funny. Add a little bit of a... Let's see. This with 1 pixel? Yeah, okay. And I think what I want for the, like, formatting here is... What if we had a light gray and it's like... No, we need at least this. I want this to look like a mop. That seems fine. Oh yeah, and then we need to... There we go. Oh. Alright, and then this also should have... We should copy this layer style. Or actually what we should do is we should group these as logo. And then... we paste the layer style onto the whole thing. Actually... I'm divided. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is not have it there, just have it here. Just have both of these have a 1 layer outline. Text. Because we need more text. So what would this be? Maybe like 24 or something like that. And we'd have, damn, there's like fucking fighter jets going above me. I can't even hear myself think. It's like I'm on the fucking front lines. I'm making video games over here. Can't they appreciate that? But okay, and then probably on the back here, there'd be a bunch of, like, information and, like, a little thing here. I don't know. I don't know what shampoo has. I use a bar of soap. Like, I literally just lather my head with a bar of soap. I haven't used shampoo in probably, like, 7 years. I think I'm gonna kind of just copy all this stuff. To the other side as well. And we could have like a slightly different, different text on this side. And then I guess right here, we'll have our, thing, whatever you'd call it, barcode. All right. It's been a while since I've had to make like 1 million barcodes, so it's kind of refreshing. Okay. Let's see this in action. Doesn't really look like shampoo, to be honest. It looks kind of like a cereal box. Ah, well. Alright, we need a customizable. There we are. So now we have shampoo. And then the conditioner should be pretty easy. Because I'm thinking here, we have a dark blue. And then we just kind of swap the theming around, sort of. Yeah, I'll show you my vision for this. Actually, I wanted this to be kind of purple, almost. And by almost, I mean purple. I feel like I could merge these two, but I can't be bothered. Can I do like a... Wait, can I edit multiple... Oh, no, I can't. I thought I could edit multiple what-have-yous at the same time. Let's see. And I think for these ones, there's something weird where, like, you can't actually set... Like, if you set a layer style on 2 different layers, and then you save and load, it'll, like, break. I want this to be darker and more saturated. Okay. That feels fine, but I don't like this color here. I'm gonna do, yeah, darker, deeper purple. Interesting that it, like, didn't work. Wait, hang on. Why is it not, like... Oh, because the threshold is 53. Let's do, like, this, maybe? Okay. So this one's going to be the conditioner, then? There we are. Just barely enough space. Okay. Then we don't need this one at all. Alright, and the rest of this text... Let's try... So what if I did this, but ever so slightly lighter? Okay. Easy peasy. Do I need Blender open at all for this? I don't think so. But okay. So now we have that, and then we're going to have another one. And here, soap squeeze 2. It feels weirdly dark. I guess it's just because this one's actually in the shade. Oh no, it's actually just weirdly dark. Yeah, it feels like it's just like in a different world than this one. I guess we just get the text and make it white. At least this part of the text. Yeah. When I pressed Alt, I meant to, like, do the thing that I was... whatever. You know what I'm gonna say. I wish my computer worked. Okay. But now we got two things. And I guess this area is just pretty dark and dingy. Do we need, like, a loofah? Alright, I'll ignore that. Fish, sauce. I think a bright orange. I liked the green. Actually, we don't need any of this stuff. Okay, that's a start. That's our little face. Which actually also needs this. Okay. Now let's do like red here maybe? Let's have actually this. Okay. I think that means about here. Move that here. We'd have something like this. And I think that's going to be this one. Wait, what? Oh, I see. There we are. Okay, get all our stuff up in here. Oh, right. I flipped it around. Huh? What? There we go. Oh, wait. Right, it doesn't save the, like, file name that I last exported to. Okay. That feels close to what I want. We'd have to do probably, like, this. Keep forgetting. I will always forget every single time. Okay. There we go. So now we have this lined up appropriately. And then... yeah, I'm going to call this just fish sauce. What should it be? Maybe like... let's get a logo in here. I guess it'll probably be like this again. Fish sauce for kids. Huh? What? What the fuck was that? Hang on. Can I, like, press T on this and then move it without doing something crazy? Okay, there we go. For kids. Okay. Logo. I mean, it's not really a logo. It just says, yay, fish sauce for kids. What do I want for this? I want a layer style. And I think for this one, I want actually like a really bright yellow. There we are. Yeah, feels good enough. What is this? Okay. And then for this one, we're going to have the text in the background or something like that. Labels. Oh, I see. And then we don't need that there. Okay. No nutrition facts on this. Who needs nutrition facts when you have delicious fish sauce for kids? There we are. Yeah. Kind of approximates a home. Okay. And I'll say the rest is okay. So we do want more toys, I think. More food, maybe? Because, yeah, this is also stuff that I can put around elsewhere as well. I'll say more toys can come later. Because, yeah, I think the demo won't be... Because I think more people will actually just straight up look at the game once it's, like, released. But okay, more chore sounds, some music. So that'll be stuff I do later. Blank white bottles in the empty house. Let's do that, then. How do I make my headphone cables not rub against my shoulder? It's like one of those just mild irritating things. I guess someday I just need to get, like, wireless headphones. Like, I still don't know if the technology is actually there yet, but I haven't used them in, like, 10 years. Because the last time I used them, sometimes, like, the pitch would just go down by, like, 1%. Like, it would just down pitch everything, and it was the most horrific, like, music listening experience I've ever had. Bathroom stuff. Okay. Because I guess this place is otherwise interesting enough. Why aren't these? These should be in the clutter. Hang on. Why did I put clutter all the way up here? Where the fuck did I put clutter? Why is everything, like, expanded at all times? Like, for some reason, every single time I open up this fucking, like, thing, all of these are just maximally expanded. It just makes the UI so annoying. But okay, anything else I want in here? No, I think this is okay for now. And then I'm gonna just reorganize. Okay. Wait, no, that's not what I need. Yeah, next order of business. Blank things in those. Close everything. Yeah, basically, I want some furniture in here to make it clear that, like, this place isn't unfinished. It's just, deliberately empty. I think the main things would be to have some kitchen stuff, because, I mean, obviously a kitchen would still have kitchen furniture. So let's go back to Blender. Alright, so we just need the furniture in here. And actually, I also would want then a unique material for this portion of the house at the very least. Wait, actually, what are the materials that we have here? Why do we have 3 different materials? Hang on. What's the deal with that? Okay, so one of these is concrete. And the other one is nothing, I guess? So I think what I use this for is I already intended to have 2 materials. I just never actually set it up. Hang on, we don't need this right now. There we go. Okay, so blank white models. Let's say kitchen textures. Bathroom textures. I guess I'm fine with that. Maybe like a clothes rack. Closet shelves. And maybe they won't be blank white, they'll just be ominously empty. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So yeah, let's get a... I know. Empty cube. Kitchen. Thank you, Godot. Okay. Actually, double check what the heck this texture is. Because, like, I don't know. Oh, I see. There's already 2 materials in here. So this one needs to be... I think what I need is basically add another material. And then we're going to have the solidify modifier set this to 3. And so this is now going to be our 3rd material. So that way that should work as it does. And then the only thing that we do differently here is we have this there, and then linoleum 1. Yeah, so we'll have some other better linoleum there. So let's actually have that. So kitchen textures, floor, counters, cabinets, fridge, oven. And then bathroom textures, we have the same floor. So we'll just have the toilet, bath. Let's say shower. I think they just have a shower in here. This feels like it's a bit too small for a bathtub. Okay. Now I can link all the stuff that I need. I'm also really looking forward to the day where I don't need to, like, manually rename every single thing. Because, yeah, I do have, like, a plan for how to do that. Like, how to edit things in Blender without it being so annoying. Is that how to spell kitchen? I've, like, forgotten. Oh, these are cabinet short as well. Okay. Counter cabinets. Counter cabinet. Hmm. And I think I'm going to do sink 2 here. Yeah. No, actually, I'm not going to do that. Because that doesn't look like a kitchen sink. That looks like a bathroom sink. And then we need just a few more things. How would I name this? Yeah, okay. Stove, and then this was fridge 1. Okay. So now we have all the things that we need. Would we want this here? Would this make sense as a place for a counter? Or a fridge? Also, I hate how Eevee does transparency. It's so, like, distracting. But oh well. Okay. So this will be the rock from which this house is built. Let's not have that one there, because we're going to have this one here. There we are. Would you have an oven right next to the sink? No, that wouldn't really make sense, would it? Well, maybe it would. But I think this would be a sensible place to have a fridge. Actually, more like here. No, I think I was right the first time. Have it against this wall. It's a very cramped... It's a bit of a cramped space, but that's okay. Don't we have also a, like, half counter here that I could use? Yeah, this isn't a terrible space at all, actually. Though, actually... Where would we put our cabinets? How tall do they need to be? Also, I'm tired of having like a bunch of like crap like materials here. I want just like ever so slight, just any differentiation at all. Okay, there we are. I kind of want a similar thing that I have in the Weston house, where this would actually go all the way across like that. And then we'd have like this like that. Yeah, I like that. Because, yeah, this house is kind of weird with the vaulted roofs. But we'll keep it as it is. And also this just feels... It feels like it should be... These should be at the height of the window. And also, I've talked about it before. I do regret how small I made these cabinets. And also, I don't think we even need this. Alright, there we are. So I don't need that, because, yeah, we're just going to do it from here. So that does mean... Don't I have a half cabinet? I don't think I do, actually. Okay, so let's just go to kitchen. Let's go to the counter, or the... Yeah, our cabinet's full. Cabinets, half. Oh, my head. My brain is tired. Okay, cabinets. Half. So this needs the customizable and all that crap. Kitchen should be somewhere in here. Also, why isn't this one called cabinets half too? Why is it that like 90% of scenes where like the top node is the same as this node? There's a 2 here, but sometimes there isn't. I don't get it. And also, I just realized, actually, yeah, we can do that. Mark seam there. Unwrap. Yeah, they're about just correct. And actually, do I want this to be, No, if I do... Well, 0.36 is no better, or no worse than 0.72. Oh, wait, hang on. But it would be half of 0.7. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck with that. That's our half cabinet. And by default, it has our kitchen. Beautiful, wonderful. Except for the fact that actually this needs to be, like that. There we go. Now it matches the other ones all nicely. And now we can actually do a link here. Cabinets half. Wait, what? What did I do? Did I fuck this? Oh, wait, no. There we are. Okay. So that is correctly aligned now. So now, how do we make it line up nice with the window? I guess that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. I think these should be on the other wall, or maybe like over here. In fact, I'm going to not have these like perfectly lined up with each other because otherwise basically because there's text here when you zoom in on them. And so it's better if they're horizontal or vertical like that. Okay. So now I just need probably the shower here, a toilet, and a sink. Oh yeah, and then also the interior closet stuff. Yeah, because otherwise this place felt just distinctly incomplete. Actually, I think the fridge would not be a permanent resident here either, right? Like, when people move out of a house, do they take the refrigerator? I think it depends, actually. Yeah, I think it depends. Some houses, I bet you do leave, like, the fridge behind. Yeah, I guess it just depends. But okay. Then we're going to put in our beautiful bathroom and stuff. Oh yeah, after we have that bathroom, also put all this kitchen crap in the kitchen. Did that? Okay, and that didn't break any of these because they're somehow not transformed? I don't get it. And those, I guess, are fine. Okay. And these conveniently, intuitively, the bathroom stuff is all in generic because I didn't realize how much stuff I would need, so I didn't design it properly. Okay. Generic toilet 1. Trying to think, where would you put a toilet in such a small bathroom? So presumably the door opens that way, so you'd want it to be like a little bit to the side of it. And then you probably have sink here, shower here. Yeah. So do we have sink in here? And I'm thinking actually of making it so there's no mirror here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. They took the mirror with them when they left. Okay, and then the shower. I think we're going to need to move this a little bit. And then we need yet another... Actually, what if I just get the shower from the apartment? So we go back to apartment here. Can I just split this whole thing out into its own little piece? I think I could. Yeah, I'm sure I could do that. I'm just gonna select hierarchy. And then we're gonna move this into shower. Wait, actually I just realized, but this shower is designed for a different thing. So that's not gonna work. Because, yeah, we need a shower that is slightly different. There's going to be shower, corner, collision. And I think here we just move this in a little bit. Okay. About there. And then, yeah, put all this in the bathroom. What do I want now? Yeah, I'm racking my brain now. My tired brain. Yeah, we'll need a texture here. We'll probably want to have some doors here, too. Million tons of work. I could be really lazy with it, though. So don't I have, like, a little grate here? Or, like, a drain? Okay, I do have this little drain bit. So what I could do is just put a tiny, tiny rectangle here. Don't I have, like, a drain here? No, I don't. Transparent. Single side. Drain. Drain. Decal. And this will be under, I'm going to say environment textures. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then I'm just going to put some, like, white noise on this thing. Like, is anyone going to truly lose their sleep that they took down, like, part of the thing? Actually, I do want part of a drain head. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do here. First of all, remove those faces, because they're not going to be seen. I guess that's fine as it is. Thank you, Godot. There we are. Drain, or like shower head part S body. I'm like, stupid. Why is this not doing what I want it to do? Oh, because I'm in... Okay. Well, why was I in... Whatever. I'm gonna die. Okay, smooth this. And then we'd have, like, two little things here as well. This will be like handle, S-body. Okay, and these will also be attached to the shower. Beautiful. And now these can all be metal. Oh, wait, no. This is the part that's metal. Ta-da! So now we have an eerily empty place, and then we also need, would I like to change? I think the textures here are fine. And I'm debating if I actually care enough to change the textures here. Actually, didn't I have custom kitchen? What is this for? Oh, these are for the other houses, right? The modern houses. I might also use this for the doctor's house, actually. Yeah, because we're using this material quite a lot. Kitchen, furniture 2. Let's save this as kitchen 2. Kitchen like gray, actually. Environment decor, kitchen. There we are. Oh wait, and we should also do the same for these. And didn't I want more cabinets here? I guess this is fine. It's, as I said, meant to be, like, weird. But it's also not really that weird. I'll think about that later. Yeah, I want a new material for our stuff. We don't really need the materials for these things, so shower, we got that basically good enough. No doors on the shower. And you know what, the bathroom, yeah, the bathroom's fine. It just needs to look like it was a house, and now it doesn't work as a house anymore. Alright, there's Credo. So what do I need now? Probably if I go to environment, decor, kitchen, yeah, presumably these are what I want. What I'm going to do is just duplicate this. Say a very light off-white, actually. Yeah, okay, that's already a good start. The granite here, I'm going to make it... What if we just lower the opacity? No, I don't want that. What if we make it almost perfectly white? That feels okay. So adornments, make these just a lighter gray, like that. And then the shadows, like that. Then highlights, yeah, the highlights are fine. Okay. Oh wait, no, I named them... Let's keep the naming consistent. Actually, I have a great idea to keep this naming condition. Just make it like this. Perfect. Okay. So now we can go back to the empty house. Oh. And we can make these all these beautiful cabinets and counters. There we are. Oh, that's pretty. I like the just the kind of like very light coloration. Okay, and then I want maybe a unique color for the fridge and the stove, which are like the only 3 other things in here. So don't I have... There we go. Oh yeah, because I use this texture for the dryers and washers as well. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this as stove 2. And this one, I kind of want it to be an older fashioned stove. How would I do that exactly? I think it'd be neat to have... This isn't even logical, but an amber color here just seems like it'd be nice. And then here, I want another, like, off-white color. Maybe, like, a light green, actually, or something like that. Kind of a pastel. And then, actually, we would still have this be green. Okay. And I kind of want these to be... What if they were like this color? Wait, hang on. We need to like change the thresholds here to, or change the sampling to be single layer. There we go. And I want this handle. What if it were like this? Isn't that lovely? Where's our grunge? There's a grunge. Okay. Yeah, that feels okay. Okay, so that is stove 2. Interesting that it's not in here. Oh, standard. UV. There we are. Oh, because it's a JPEG by default. Yeah, I'll make it a JPEG. Okay. So we'll delete this one. There we are. Does kind of look like a crude recolor of the original stove. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove some of this grunge. Just reduce it a little bit. There we are. And then let's make the fridge kind of a bluish color. I think would be nice. So this is like main color. Let's just call this like fridge 1. Duplicate. Fridge 2. Oh, right. And then we need to hide this. A lovely shade of blue. with that, and then interior. I'm kind of fine with these. So this is going to be like the rubber. What would I want for that? I guess this is fine for me. Nope. Oh wait, does this not have a... Oh, this doesn't have a customizable. Well, naturally. Oh wait, but we're going to have a bunch of materials here, because every single object is like a separate thing. Ah, well. How many do we have? We have the fridge body, then the freezer, then the fridge. Oh, that's not that bad. So yeah, we got the fridge, the freezer, the fridge. And now what we can do is we can come into here and we can set this to be a standard object. Or, yeah, whatever it's going to be. There we are. And now we have... it doesn't look that great, honestly. But, you know, sometimes you just need a splash of, like, weird color. Eh. And do I want to do anything with this closet? We could put some shelving in there. Yeah, I'll put some shelving. I'm already here. Okay. Shelf, S-body. And we can do like shelves, compose. Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, so now this place is basically all but done. Let's make this unique. So I'm thinking more of like this sort of off-white, like that color. And then maybe this will be a little bit lighter, actually. Yeah, okay, that seems fine. All right, let's see this in action. And do I want to spruce up this loading screen a little bit? I probably should. Oh yeah, we have to talk to you first. Oh wait, no. I don't have to talk to you first. Okay. Alright, there we are. Beautiful. What am I even doing? Right, I literally just started the game up to look at the room that I've already seen. I guess just to double check that I didn't break anything by importing it again. I don't think there's any way that that could be... Well, you never know with the importing. Okay. There we go. That works. Our little friend is still there. This place looks kind of nice. It's kind of cute. The fridge is cute. Oh, I see. It just looks really weird as it clips into the thing. We should probably just make it so that it doesn't open so much. I'm just going to make this not open as much. Okay, so how's the freezer? Yeah, same thing here where we just make it not rotate so much. Okay. So now, there we go. Perfect. And yeah, now it's clear that this is a place that's like just empty on purpose. Oh wait, we also need the floor textures. I forgot to do those. Okay, because we got the counters, we got the cabinets, we got the fridge, we got the oven. I want kind of the wishbone style. Let's do just a, I guess, 32 by 32, honestly. Because, yeah, what I'm thinking... So, wishbone flooring. Yes, okay. I knew the name of it. So, if we did an 8 by 8... I think I could do, like, this way. And I'm just gonna do this color so I know what I'm doing. You know, it seems like you actually need quite a specific ratio to make it tile consistently. Because, yeah, for some reason I doubt that it's gonna work very well now. Okay. What if we tried 4 by 4? Which honestly makes me suspect that I should up the resolution a little bit. I think if we did 4 tiles like this... Actually, yeah, we should just double check to make sure that this is going to work properly, first of all. Oh, I see. They only go by 1, and then on this angle, they go a different angle. They go like this. Well, I guess we just gotta still see if this will work. It looks like it might... Oh, yeah. Hang on. I think it will. Yes, okay. I think the 4-to-1 ratio was correct. Which means actually we could go back to 8 by 8. Or, you know. Yeah, go back to 8. Wait, no. Yes. Because, yeah, basically what we'd have is just literally one of these. Oh wait, no, but it's not. There's not enough space. Okay. We do need it to be 4x4. So yeah, we should probably make it like a 64 by 64 pixel texture. Oh, I see. And then the stairs continue here. Okay. Alright, I like this. So now we should probably figure out, yeah, how I'm actually gonna set this up. We could do, if we get our standard noise in here, we could get some grunge. But I'm going to save this as I guess just environment textures. And this will just be like floor fishbone. And I might just start with like randomly coloring these. Huh. Oh, I see. See, I think I'll start this. If I do scale it up, I'll do that later. Okay. We need colorize. Actually, we could do like a layer 1, layer 2 here. Okay, because what we're going to do, I'm going to make this like, let's make it basically a very light gray. And I'll do the same thing with this one. I'll just make it a slightly darker gray. I should make this blue if it's any color at all. Okay, okay. Next one, wait, am I, like, coloring the exact same color? There we are. Smidge darker. Smidge lighter. A smidger lighter. Then something in between. Okay. Let's see that without the grid. Alright, okay. That's working. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a... going to put these in groups. Direction 1. Direction 2. And then I'm just going to grab our grain. There we are. Filter. Let's do... What am I looking for? No, layer. Transform. Rotate. 90 degrees. Block the alpha. Block the alpha. Okay. So now you can see my perfect vision. And then what I'd want is just a little bit of darkening at these boundaries here. And I'm just going to do that, I think just at the top here. Just multiply that just a smidge of... Oh wait, multiply. Do I want it to be both pixels? Maybe now is actually the time to scale it up. I'm not sure. What I might do... Okay, I think I have an idea for how to do this. I want these to have a little bit more contrast between them. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So basically just these end points here. Okay, I think that kind of made the division less identifiable. Because I think without this division here being quite clear, it's actually difficult to see what's happening. Okay, there we go. Should this be... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. How does that feel? If we lower the opacity of that... that feels okay. I'm going to make this a PNG because it's so small. Alright. Wait, did the material here not... Oh, no, okay. It is correct. Okay, make this unique. Fishbone. There we are. Admittedly, Fishbone feels kind of modern for, like, this weird... I think this oven, I just don't vibe with. I think the green is kind of bad. Well, no. I'm gonna keep it. I think it is kind of funny. Wait, I don't even need to be in here. It doesn't matter. I can see it plainly. Admittedly, it is a bit too similar to the carpet color. Maybe we do need to change the colors here. So we could do like, if we change the saturation here. So I'm thinking if we go from blue to like red. Yeah, about there. Okay. Admittedly, that didn't change very much. I think we would just kind of want a, like, line right here. Would I just do that as like a tiny little... Yeah, you know what? I know how to do that. I will just make a tiny little line here. This is going to be our, like, floor divider. Wait, we need a better... There we are. Can I, like, what am I not clicking on? Oh, there. I don't need this. Okay. And I'm just going to attach that to the floor here. Oh, wait, no, this should be attached to the interior like this. And actually, shouldn't this all be part of the... Oh, wait. Oh, these need to be, like, distance visible. I need to have the interior. Nah, I'll ignore it for now. I'm just going to have this thing have just the metal. Well, actually, the metal also has the same color. I guess I'm just going to do a noise, and I'm going to do like a vaguely brass-shaped thing, so we're just going to make this unique. And then just pretend it's like a brass color. You know, if you've ever seen one of those brass carpet dividing little diblets. But okay, now this house is truly beautiful. We have a brass carpet dividing diblet. How many other games can lay claim to fame of having the famous brass carpet dividing diblet? And also, as an extremely small performance optimization, this will not cast shadows. I have been thinking of, like, what objects shouldn't cast shadows to, like, further improve the rendering performance. Like, maybe doorknobs, for example, shouldn't cast shadows. Maybe, like, you know, any interior objects that are never going to receive the sun shouldn't cast shadows, like, that propeller, for example. I don't think we'll ever receive sunlight. Like, if we just looked at it over the course of a day, it might receive some sun at the very evening. Yeah, like right here. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so this straight up just never receives sunlight. So yeah, I should go through and also disable shadows for anything that's not going to be receiving shadows. Let's make a list of those. So yeah, disable shadow casting on unneeded objects. So that's going to be Heller on the porch. Kitchen. Many bathroom appliances. The entire intro apartment. Except the outer shell. Oh wait, but I'm realizing most things, their shadows aren't set by whatever they're set by. I'm trying to think. I'm racking my brain here. Oh no, yeah, the shadows are set like in the interior scene, so I can't like set like, you know, some counters don't have shadows that cast, but some do. Unless I just make that another customizer thing. I guess I could do that. And then if it's set to false, we just have, like, you know, it just goes through all of its children and just makes them not cast shadows. But okay. I'm just kind of moseying around now. I guess I should at least mark this stuff off on the to-do list. So we got that, we got that. Closet shelves, we got that. Okay. So now we have furnished this empty house appropriately. Adequately furnished the empty house. But now that I've, like, established that I can add the brass dibblies, the brass carpet dividing dibbly, people are going to be wondering why it's not added elsewhere. And also, I still do want some sort of, like, ambient occlusion for the whole, like, game. Because, yeah, it is very, like, flat in here. How would I do that? Because the baked lighting doesn't really work, because we have a day-night cycle. And I could do a per vertex thing, but I'd probably have to paint the vertices myself, so that'd be annoying. I guess I could write a Blender script to try and do it, but that would also be quite a hassle. Especially since many of these places, it's not clear, like, from analyzing just the geometry of one model, like, because, like, the ceiling and floor and walls are typically 3 separate models. So wherever they meet, where you would typically want something like to meet together, is not going to. Or, you know, where you'd want to have some sort of unique thing to indicate to the model that, like, this should be darker. It's not going to have that. I should probably fix the, yeah, I should fix that. Basically, the labels there. If we go back to my speech bubbles. Dialogue bubbles. No, dialogue viewer bubble. Here, this needs to have a background color. Font outline, table border, constants. We could have some font. We could have an outline size. Oh, no, that doesn't do anything. Basically what I want is I want this to not be visible behind the text. But I do want it to be visible in front of this bubble. And so what I think I need is another panel, or... Ooh, actually, wait, hang on. Can I put this... I could put this here, and that's still good. And then this speech bubble should still have its tail properly. Okay, good. That still has a tail. Can I add a style to this thing? No. We would need a separate panel container, I believe. So what is this thing? Anchor container. Oh yeah, I have this custom thing. Could I add a panel to this, and then underneath this panel? So basically, okay, I can do that. And that'll kind of help with this. And then basically my goal is to then make this look correct. So we can do like a style box flat here. And then I think our radius would be like, I don't know. Something like that. So then you can see now, okay, that might work. Let's try that. So yeah, basically I want it to be when the dialogue really breaks, it's not going to be super obvious that it's like overlapping with itself. I think we need to start a new game. This is faster than actually like doing the other stuff. There you go. All right. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm talking to her because her dialogue is broken. So we need to see if this works, because she's like the stress test for the actual like dialogue viewer. And then I should probably adjust the thing here because it does have that little bit that's kind of annoying. So yeah, let's fix that with the material on something. Probably the speech bubble will have the material. Yeah, so we need to change the alpha clip to be slightly higher. Ever so slightly higher. Higher? A little bit lower. Yeah, I want it to be just high enough, so as high as it can go without clipping into there. Admittedly, I could also just fix this, because the issue is actually just the fact that it should never be... Like, the outer pixel should always be black. In fact, I can just go to the folder here. I'm going to put this back where it was. I'm going to put it actually at 0.3. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this. This work? Oh wait, no. And then we need to export it as a PNG. in, where the hell is it going to be? UI. I think it's diegetic speech bubble. Okay, yeah. You can see there that totally eliminated the, that little black, or that little pixel there. Okay. Oh yeah, and you can see now the, So how do we make that, this panel container here, 128? I'm okay with that. The text was already, like, starting to clip out of here. But okay, and you can see the bubble, so the tail is still janking out, but now it's a lot less noticeable because it's not overlapping with the text. Because now we have that white little box there. But okay. So that feels good enough for that. That wasn't even on the to-do list, but I'll put it on the to-do list then. Close all this stuff. Close that. Sound for Doctor's Machine, lots of stuff here. We're gonna do this one. Yeah. What did I do? Fix bubble. And I swear I had that in here, right? If we go to little speech bubble, unique speech bubbles, improve speech bubble movement, make speech bubbles not overlap with each other. Oh yeah, I do need to do that still. It's funny, I had this whole timeline in place, and then it was just, I didn't do any of it. I abandoned it like 1 week into the process. Actually, how long was it into the process that I abandoned it? Let's expand collapse all. Something like the next fest timeline. Oh, okay. I did like 2 weeks worth of stuff. Yeah, that was just too much. But alright. What other intro stuff? Oh yeah, chores and music. So, cut off music. When you see the eye. Switch between photos in big mode. Yeah, I'd really like that. Disable shadow casting. This will be a performance thing. Let's put that in tags here. I don't care that much about this one. It'd be really hard to figure it out, and it doesn't happen that often. And the player can be like, ah, well, I just ate shit. You know, I just messed it up. Okay. Thing to do. The sprite for that. Okay. What are the other things that we have? Invalid group listener. Oh, yeah. Because we should just remove the thing here. Actually, do we remove that? We could just do like a... Oh yeah, I remember why I didn't do that. Because we needed to have some sort of thing where we could remove the group here. Yeah, I don't care. And plus, I'm pretty sure this only happens like right as the game is exiting. Intro unlocked complete. Huh. Oh well. NPCs. Biker. Okay. sprite sheet. Also, I should make sure I can do everything while I'm on the road. Wait, I forgot. How the fuck do I view, like, multiple sprite frames? I genuinely don't understand the interface here of, like, how do I choose which frames I can, like, view at any given point? Because, like, now it's only showing these two. But if I click and drag, which I thought is what I did to set these two as, like, viewable, it actually just drags the frame around, which is not at all what I want. But okay. What we actually need is a new thing here. Wow. So how big should our... Yeah, that feels about good. So I want the face about here. I should probably have done like a warm-up drawing. Oh well. Because yeah, their faces are surprisingly tricky to draw. These little bipples, because like they have very specific shapes. Let's do like little pluses and stuff like that. So this is... They're in love with the monster. We're gonna have their feet go, I guess something like this. I'm gonna go inward instead. There we are. Actually, I'm gonna have their foot go like this. There we are. We don't need this anymore. Then I'm going to say something like this, maybe. And actually, I don't like this hand here. It makes the pose, like, ambiguous. Because, yeah, we need the hands, like, you know, it's cartoon posing. We need to have the, like, silhouette still clear and, like, unique. Where's the neck? Where'd the neck disappear? So, yeah, we need this hand, like, out here. To see that they're, like, pondering, like, whoa. Who is this person in this, who is this beautiful man? And I think I want them leaning forward more. Also, where's their, like, legs? Their legs are all the way down here. How does their body actually function? I see. No, wrong button. There we go. And then I'm thinking something like this. Okay, that feels fine. Insert duplicate frame. All right. So that's our new cool sprite sheet. And admittedly, these sprite sheets could be more efficiently packed, but I have no idea how to actually set that up because I made this exporter. Okay. So now the biker should have an emotion called wow. So if we go to Sublime, let's see. NPC, oh yeah, back to biker. Main speaker emote wow. Okay. So now I need to do a lot of stuff to get, I think I can actually finagle my way into getting, the monster without actually doing all the quests. If we can get a photograph of that family portrait from here. No, we can't do that. Okay, well, let's talk to the old man first of all. Get the car. Alright, there we are. Why are you standing so far off the ground? I'll ignore it for now. Okay, so we need, that. And then we need to get Mr. Weston. And then what else did I need? Right. Oh, wait. That'll be Pride. I forgot. Everybody has intros now, which is good for game pacing, but that means that you have to do the conversation before you just show them the photo to, like, solve their problem. But alright. Alright. Should I do more testing while I'm here? I don't care that much. This saves time. Also, did I show the sound effect? I made the fart sounds with my hands. It's very important to the integrity of the game. Also, my ears hurt. I've been wearing headphones too much. It'll be nice to not wear headphones for like 3 weeks. But okay. My next mission, oh yeah, I need a photograph of... So, go to here. I saw that Liz there. Alright, Alright, perfect. And then we need the photo of longing. So we're gonna speed run. Oh yeah, we should show Mr. Weston the cones, or like the road work. Alright. Oh yeah, we need you. Hang on. So yeah, they can stay there for a bit. Alright. We got what we need there. I have a good idea. There we are. Alright, so now we need the next thing, which is the doctor. But we need to drink some lemonade first. That wasn't quite right. There we go. Alright, we got our lemonade. It's weird. For some reason, even though I'm getting kind of sick of playtesting the game, I still do, like, all the random activities. Like, every time I go past the lemonade, I have to drink the lemonade. Even though, like, I've played the game 500 times. But okay. Okay, and it's good that we can't go up to him and talk to him, because that would cause issues. So hopefully nobody gets up there fast enough to talk to him. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we need a cool sound for that. That'll be good. Oh wait, for some reason there's something weird with the, did you see the prompt was like halfway intersected through the UI there? I don't know what that was about. But I guess I'll ignore that for now, because we need to show you. Oh, that looks nice. Ta-da! Now the video game is here. Alright, wonderful. So now we have a new sprite in town. Biker sprite. Okay. Oh. We need a new thing, which is, if we go to the gallery, which is not a separate scene. Why did I lay it out as one gigantic fucking mess of a UI? Okay, so now the photo view, what I want here is, so let's get this texture here. Let's test, I don't know, with this. That'll be our, like, placeholder image. So buttons, let's do like previous, next, use image back. Okay. And then when you are in this mode, let's see. Photo view.get node buttons next pressed connect next image. And let's call this like show next image. Thank you, Godot. Show previous image. Okay. So now we'll have, when we, I don't know, view the photo. Where do we actually do that? Populate photos, connect on select photo. Okay, here's where we do that. And so we're actually going to need to have the index of the photo. Pass. I guess we could just have the photo button have an index in it. That feels like the easiest way to do this. Yeah. Var index. Or yeah, var index int. Photo. Wait, what am I looking for? Close that. What even is this? And what is this? I don't need that. So yeah, when we make a photo button, if button, this is that. When do we add this to the thing? Oh, we add it here. Okay. So we do add it for this list. So what I'm going to do is basically button index equals list get child count. And then we're going to have this. Oh, wait, but then we need to move the button. Fuck me. I have a better idea. This isn't going to have an index. Instead, what I think I can do is just search through the photo list to find the index of the button. And so we're going to have like a... Don't we have a selected photo? Oh, we do. Okay, good. Show next photo. Actually, I'm going to change this. Okay, basically... Photo list. Okay. So this will never have children unless it has the children that we want it to have. If selected photo. Or let's say if not selected photo, push warning, cannot switch to photo. Return. Previous photo, cannot switch to next photo. var I equals photos list dot get find child, or like index. Wait, actually, can't we do like... So what is this actually? Returns this node's order among its siblings. The first node's index is 0, so you get child. If include internal is false, returns the index ignoring internal children. Okay, so this is exactly what I want. So we actually are going to do photo increment -1. Let's say that. Or like 1. And what we're going to have then is function photo increment amount int. There we are. All right, var n equals I plus amount modulo. Wait, no. Total, or var count equals photo list dot get child count false there. Oh, okay, and that already does disable included children. Wait, does it? Yeah, okay. So I plus amount plus count, actually. Modulo count. I still don't know what actually happens if you do a modulo on a negative number, but I assume it's bad. So I'm just gonna... We're always gonna go at least 1 higher than the count. So this is now the next thing, and what we can do is on selected photo, photos list, or actually I'm going to do var p equals photos list dot get child n if p is not photo button, push error, expected a photo button, else on select photo p. Okay. So now we should have the ability to go to the next and previous image. So if I click next here, look at that. Yay. Oh, but previous doesn't work for some reason. So why would that be? Oh, because this is probably... Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I just did it wrong. So now this should work. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange the buttons a bit because I actually don't want them there. I don't want them to be... I don't want them to be treated like they are things that you can focus on. Yeah, because the issue now is I actually would prefer if left and right just switched directly to photos, so you only had the ability to go back. Yeah, okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do is... I think just disable focusing on these at all. So I'm also just going to have a little prompt mode here. Let's just add a little prompt. Oh, wait, no. Prompt right here. Right next to back. And that needs to be now in its own HBox container. There we are. So now this here, button's back, needs to be that. So yeah, because now it'll just clearly tell you that you can always go back here. This should be a small mode. Okay, yeah. And then these things, their focus will always be on themselves. Thank you, Godot, for not letting me just, like, select it from there. Focus here, yeah. And so we can also have like a UI left, UI right here. Yeah, we kind of need to have the same thing where we have like the H boxes here. And I'm actually going to rename these to like button. So we're going to have the prompt and that there. Yeah, because they're going to be like this. Okay. UI left. UI right. And these should all be small mode. And yeah, now it's a little busy, but that's okay. Did I make sure this is... Okay, that is properly set up. So yeah, now you can use either the mouse buttons or once we actually set up the status to use this. This has the handle input, right? Oh, it has input here. I thought I had it say like handle input. Okay, well, whatever. Elif, tabs, or like let's say mode equals mode dot gallery and photo view dot visible. If event is action pressed UI left, right, show previous photo, show next photo. There we are. So now we should have the ability to quickly switch between them. It should be very easy to go back. We shouldn't have broken anything. Oh yeah, because now this is called button. And this is also called button and button. And then that's that. Okay. And so this should be usable with the mouse. It'll be kind of annoying, because really you would also want the ability to, like, probably click on the image. Like, I would want to click, like, here or here, but okay. So you can see now. we have the ability to switch between our images from right here. And it should also play the sound effect. So when we do photo increment, don't we do something with sound? Play sound. I thought we did something with sound in here. I guess that's just in the UI. Okay, hang on. Sound? On focus changed. Okay. I'm gonna call this the play camera focus. Or like play camera UI sound. Let's just call it that. There we are. So now we're going to just do that when we do photo increment. So if we do this, UI play camera blip. There we are. Look at that. Oh. Interesting. So label. So let's do if label, s equals label. So now it basically just ignores your photos when you use that. Not perfect. Yeah, that's not quite what I wanted it to be. Because it should still, like, preemptively check if the photo is actually valid. I'll put that as a bug. Basically, showing a photo should not work if nothing would happen. But okay, that at least works. Showing a photo should not activate dialogue if it doesn't do anything. Because yeah, now, because I refactored... Did I do that on stream? When I refactored how the dialogue works with the startup so that there's like the arguments and stuff? I'm pretty sure I did that on stream. I've been doing so much work. Like, I worked until like 2 a.m. yesterday. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I do off stream now as well. At least it's a minor bug. Because it's not an actual, like... It's not actually breaking anything, it's basically just, if you try to show a photo to somebody, it'll start the conversation as if you didn't show it to them. So what was my actual mission now? Okay, at least now you can, like, drive up here. And that also will trick players into thinking that they've done something sophisticated, when they could actually just walk up here. But okay, do I want to fix... I guess I gotta fix that while I'm here. So that was basically because if we go to here, if there's no label... So if starting label, if not args or args dot is empty, we do that. What if we did active equals false and returned here? Let's test what that would do. I think that would kind of break stuff because everything else assumes that once we've called the start function, it's like gonna work. Oh, interesting. Does that actually work, or did I break something? Hang on, we need to double check that, that, like, works. Or, I guess a better thing to do would be to just double check that, or just print like nothing happened. I guess what we should do is just not have this available. If it's not going to be... Yeah, I think that's the better place to do that. I'm not going to do this here. But I could do... Nothing happened? Or, like... Isn't there some sort of, like, no... I don't care. We'll have that be there. Though, actually, I do kind of prefer having it just do nothing. So, yeah, else active equals... Yeah, I will have that there. And then what I'm going to do instead is when we're in the photo viewer... show photo to person, format person there. So elif target and target.id and I guess what I can do is I can just double check this. So dialog checker find item photo photo subject. So we can just do this stuff here. If dialog checker dot active find item photo. So this should be the like b dot photo something. Wait, where's the photo? So we have a photo button. So what does the photo button have? It does have photo. Why did it not tell me? I rely on the photo. Okay. If not results, b.text equals, let's say like invalid b. Oh wait, because B is not that. Oh wait, no, okay. Yeah, okay. That's P for photo. And actually, let's have this here. There we are. So basically, b.text equals translate text. There we are. If not result, or... Yeah, I'm going to double check. So how do we find item here? So if not result or result is valid or invalid, we'll do that. Okay. Invalid. B. To say. And then I guess continue here or return here. Return? Yeah, okay. That seems fair. So I think this will work. So if we just did this, and then we go this. No, that didn't work. Oh, because the dialogue checker doesn't check anything here. Fuck me. Yeah, because this isn't actually running. Make photo button. So show only active photos. So when is show only active photos being done? Okay, so that is done when we activate this thing. If active, else that. Not sure what that means. Is that in the player then? Who does this? Show only active photos. So why are we allowed to show photos here? Why does it not show the prompt, but it does show the thing? Because, okay, we have these here. Gallery mode filtered visible. Active dialogue and show only active photos. Yeah, that doesn't seem relevant then. Isn't there then some point where we actually check, like... Go to the player. Someone checks if the interactable is NPC. No, okay. So then... unused photo in this and that and that and that. How did I get this absolute fucking mess of a code base to work in the first place? So yeah, because I think my main objection is that I don't want the button to be visible when the prompt isn't visible. And that should be photo prompt? Maybe that's not what it is. Hang on. We need to go back to the UI. And that should be under not paused. Prompt. That was a weird noise I made. Somewhere in here is a prompt. Oh, it's literally the thing that I'm highlighting. Okay, it's prompt photo. Prompt photo. So where do we get it then? Oh, I guess it's probably... No, it's not on that. Who the fuck... Okay, get node prompt photo visible equals photos available greater than 0. And this is in show notifications. When do we run show notifications? Okay. So in dialogue or player interactable is not NPC. Dialogue checker active equals false. We showed no notifications here. Okay. So I think we can just have the prompt... We're just going to have if target is NPC. And then I'm just going to resume, and then I'm going to see if that works. Because I don't think there's ever an instance where I show a photo to a group conversation. Basically, so now we can do that. So we can see that there. And then if I do this, now there's no photos because we don't show photos to group NPCs. And if we go to, like, you know, Chico, for example, Chico is not an NPC, so we don't show Chico photos because Chico will have no reaction to them. We could eventually make it so that, like, other NPCs can show, you know, can get photos or react to photos. But now we don't have to check them for photos. And all that stuff. So all is good now. So that should be showing a photo. Should do that. Yeah, because now we have the same logic for when we, like, make sure we're filtering photos and disabling the actual show photo button. How would I make the car use the right and left trigger? I wanna sort of put the this through its through its paces, basically. I'm gonna say, what if we took a photo with RB? No, I don't want that. What if we took a photo with Y? Oh. And then we still zoom, do that like that, and then status menu is going to be back. And then what else needs to change? Now we can actually use the right trigger and left trigger for the car. And I'm going to say stickers will have... What will be sticker mode? Oh, wait, no. Left trigger... Like, we can't use sticker mode while we're driving, so this is perfectly fine. Okay. So that should do that. Alright. So does this use the, Oh, okay. We can feather the gas. Nice, okay. Oh wait, we also need to change the handbrake here. So car handbrake should also be, let's say, A. Alright, so now we have a much more, like, we can fiddle with the car and, like, you can make the game more of, like, a racing game. And you can still take your photos. Alright, what else do I need to do? Just basically sound effects now, right? Oh yeah, disable shadow casting, sound, cut off music, sounds. Yeah. I guess I can test some more shadow casting stuff. Yeah, figure out what objects wouldn't cast shadows or shouldn't cast shadows to slightly improve some performance. Because yeah, the game runs perfectly fine on this game, or on this computer, but it does put my other game, or my other PC, through its paces a bit. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I changed how this works now. I've rebound my controls. I'm a completely new man. I don't care that much. I'll do it someday, probably. But I think for now, I'm just going to call it a day for on-stream work, and I'm going to get these sounds off-stream. Alright. Thank you for stopping by. This was a pretty productive day. I figured out something or other. I don't know, I did something. But alright. Thanks for watching. See you later.